Come on in, everybody, if you can. Like and share your page, if you will. Welcome to It's Life Podcast. We got everybody on the line. We're actually moving and doing some good things, And yeah, come on in. Come on in, everybody, if you will. Come on in. All right. So listen, before we get started, I want to show you this video and we'll come right to you. Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? Come on in. Come on in. Yeah, you. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Yo, welcome to It's Life Podcast, everybody. It's about 8:20 right about now. Y'all know about 8:30, 8:35 we're going to start. So what's going on, everybody? Come on in. Come on in. Listen, before we get started, y'all know we like to have this video presentation and stuff like that. So happy for you to join us. We're super pumped up and fired up for you to be with us today. We got some good content with us, that we're going to be talking to you about. Yo, listen. It's nothing wrong with starting your own business, Start your own, but we need to revisit what are the characteristic traits we need to have and obtain in order for us to start anything, right? So we need to learn. So, yo, come on in, y'all. Don't be afraid to come on in, y'all. We out here and we're in the building. Do me a favor, like and share your page before we get started. Before we get started, let me just say just a little bit about what's going on. First of all, we want you to know that we're happy that you're a part of our community. That's number one. Number two, I want you to be able to look out for our online courses that's coming up, because I'm gonna tell you something, the material that we're giving about, starting your own, about knowing how to paraphrase, about knowing how to hear when people talk to you, about knowing how to relay a message to other people. You might not think that stuff is important, but I'm gonna tell you something. On a practical level, on a common sense level, it is very much important. It's very well needed. And that's the reason why we have our page. Always remember, common sense is different from common practice. So listen, I want to introduce you yet again to go into our giveaways. Don't forget, it's life number 2 podcast at gmail.com. Again, it's life number 2 podcast at gmail.com. We're doing giveaways. We want to say, congratulations, Mr. George Bush Jr., who recently won $100. And we're giving stuff away. We need to give stuff away. We need you to be a part in order for us to grow. So please, I want you all to get yourselves together. Know that you're a part of It's Life community. We got some great things. We want to give a shout out to our co-host, Rob Bill, our secretary, Robin Holmes, and our staff is growing by the minute and by the second. You see what I'm saying? So listen, come on in. We hope that you enjoy our content tonight, where we're talking about starting your own business. Well, it's about that time, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm happy to see everybody here tonight, and I'm so glad and super pumped about the kind of content that we do have tonight. And I'm gonna tell you something. What we're doing is that we're taking certain things back. We did this before not too long ago, but we want to also reintroduce this to everybody. And we're going to go straight authentic. We're not going to give you templates tonight. We're not giving you interviews and stuff like that. We're going to give you straight content with our people that's going to give you value tonight. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we're going to introduce my co-host, but before that, I want to bring on our secretary, Robin Holmes, and at the end of the day, we were having some technical difficulties at one time. I'm gonna tell you, nothing always go easy. I promise you that. But we're gonna pull in Robin Holmes right now. What's going on, Robin? What's good? What's going on, sis? Robin Holmes.
Hey, brother, how are you? How are you?
Good. I'm good. We're super fired up and pumped tonight because we got you here. We got Rob. We're about to pull in a few minutes. We got Suki in the house. You know what I mean? I'm just so happy about it. How was your day, sis? How was everything?
Pretty good, pretty good. I don't really have bad days. People always say, "How was your day?" My days are usually good. I mean, if I have a bad day, I don't.
Right. Exactly. And so I'm gonna tell you, I'm super fired up, and we're about to pull in Ron in a few minutes because y'all know that's our co-host, and I mean, he always got some fire stuff to talk about. You feel what I'm saying?
Always
fire stuff, and you too. I mean, you be doing some great stuff, and we also got our special guest, Suki, aka Radia.
Indeed.
You feel what I'm saying? And so I'm just happy about that. Just to know value tonight, y'all. We're talking about. Starting your own, and what are the characteristic traits about that? And so right now we're about to pull in our homie, our co-host, none other than Ra, himself, y'all. He's up here, he's trying to have some some things that he's trying to fix, as you can see with his phone. Ra, can you hear us good? Are you clear? All right, that's good. Well, I'm gonna let him continue to do that while he's doing that. Meanwhile, we're gonna pull in our special guest, which is Roddy, because she got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. You know what I'm saying? And Suki's in the house. You already know what's going on, my sis.
Hey
How you
guys,
feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome.
Welcome,
Welcome.
welcome,
Welcome.
welcome. You feel what I'm saying? I'm so happy to see all of y'all. And of course, we had have to remove, you know what I'm saying, this studio video and stuff like that. Now that I see all of y'all, you feel what I'm saying? What's going on, Suki? How was your day, sis?
It
Talk
was
to
great.
us.
It was great. My day was great.
That's good.
It
That's
was
good.
long, but it was great.
Oh my God. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Stuff.
We are
I think it's because of the time changing.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
just felt extremely long today.
Absolutely.
Mm,
Absolutely. It's been,
that
you know
does
what?
play a factor.
I think because we're
Absolutely.
getting older too. When we were younger, it didn't affect us. But I think when
Right.
we're getting older, it's like, wait a minute. You get off the train, come home from work, and it's pitch black outside. It's like I left in the dark, and now I'm coming home in the dark.
Right.
It's gone.
Yo, I
Like,
understand.
where'd the
Trust me.
day go?
The day
Yes.
is always crazy. The day goes so crazy. It is bananas. And I'm gonna tell you, and I feel the same way, Suki, because like today, it like you said, it felt so long. I mean, it was long today. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's just 12 o'clock. Are you kidding me? I'm ready to get home. And I couldn't
I
wait because I
skipped
was,
lunch. I
huh?
skipped lunch today.
Wow.
I
Wow.
skipped lunch.
And I'm gonna tell you something, not to call anybody's occupation and where we are and stuff like that, but I'm gonna just say it like this: at the yard, I heard there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yes.
A lot of celebrities out there, a lot of
Yes.
everything going on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
wow,
it's really crowded in there. The last couple of months it's been really crowded.
right?
You know,
It,
we
it,
have we were supposed to have Fashion Week there again.
right. I heard
Oh,
about that.
wow.
I heard
Yeah, we
about
were
it.
supposed to have Fashion Week again. And then after I don't know that guy's name, but he had a concert and some things happened with the children and stuff like that. Kids got
Right.
they died actually at the concert. He was supposed to actually be there today.
Oh,
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
wow.
He
And
was
he,
supposed to be because you know they have shows there. You know that though.
right, of
They
course,
have
of
shows and
course,
stuff there.
of
And
course. Yeah.
yeah, he canceled.
Wow.
He
Wow.
canceled.
Yeah, and I noticed there's some people who did cancel. And guess what, y'all? Roz in the house. My boy Roz in the building. How are you, sir?
Hey, it was good, it was good. I was having some
Yeah.
technical
I
difficulties. We
know,
sounded
man.
chopped and screwed over here, man. Like I had a Swisher House mixtape or something, but I'm back.
Wow.
I'm good.
Yeah, we're waiting. I sent you a little text to make sure that you're good. And I'm glad to have Suki in the house. Glad to have our secretary in the house. And our
Suki, Robin,
co-host,
what's up?
Rob Bills in the
Hello, Rob.
house.
Yes,
What's
sir.
happening? What's
Yeah.
happening? In the
Yeah.
building
So
for sure.
so listen, y'all, being that we have everybody here, let's get right into it. I'm gonna tell you, listen, everybody, if you're there, and I know that obviously y'all watching, you know what I'm saying, and can you just like and share your page? I know Suki's here, you know, Roz here. Obviously, you know, our secretary, our executive secretary, you know, Robin Holmes is here. Tonight we're talking about starting your own part two. And I'm gonna tell y'all,
Mm.
it's like I said
Right.
in the beginning, you know, we have been talking about this, you know, for a while, and I believe that our people need to be in a particular place to learn how to start their own. I was saying to myself that between now and the next 4 years, you know, social media is going to be the actual thing that's going on. And I believe that there are a lot of people who don't believe that they have something to offer. And that's the reason why all of us are on the line today. You know, not everybody they feel that they don't have anything to offer. And I'm gonna tell you,
I don't necessarily think that.
right? You know, and I'm
I
gonna tell
think
you
that
something.
people are afraid of changing or
Absolutely,
afraid of leaping out there because
absolutely,
they're afraid of failure. I don't think that
absolutely,
people necessarily just think that they can't do something. They don't
absolutely,
want
Roddy.
failure.
Absolutely. I'm gonna tell you something,
Mm-hmm.
right? So everybody tonight,
And
we're
that
here to
leads to the
teach all
false
of you.
narrative of I don't think I can.
Right.
Right.
And so
Right.
tonight, everybody, what we're trying to teach our viewers tonight is how much they actually have that they have to offer. They have a lot to offer. Everybody have obviously stories to share, but and even if we have similar stories, you know what I'm saying, your story is still going to be different. Your niche and your niche whatever your niche
Niche.
it's gonna still be different even if we made the same dish. So you know, again, Robin, you know about the questions that we're going to have tonight. We got two questions, and I know that I want to give Roddy her own segment. But Roddy, if you will, just hold on for one quick second, you know, because again, we have questions that we're going to ask you because again, we've just learned some new stuff tonight, even about the business and stuff like that. So we need you to hold tough for a second and don't go nowhere. And
Okay.
y'all know Suki's coming right back, y'all. And listen,
That's
Robin,
it.
what's goody? What's going
What's
on, sis?
good? Everything is good. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Everything is good. So listen, take us right into the place where you want us to be.
Well, I mean, the question is this. It's simply, what characteristics do you need in order to start your own business, to start your own, whatever you want to start, whatever it might be? But what are the characteristics that are needed in order to get started?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean that's great. I'm gonna leave that to my co-host right there for him to, saying, sort of dive into that, because I know he have some good stuff. I have a little bit of stuff, but I know he got some good stuff about that.
Well, it is a great question. A lot of people don't seem to think. Well, sometimes when starting a business, a lot of people don't seem to think that they need to have any particular characteristics. Sometimes they just think they need to have an idea and
Mhm.
confidence and or the willingness to invest into their idea, and that's all it takes.
Yeah.
I say it requires someone that's determined, okay, that's dedicated and focused. Someone is consistent as well as fearless, okay?
Mm.
So I don't want to rush right through. I'm going to say that definitely determined. Know what it is that you want. Be grounded in that, and leave yourself open for the possibilities that it may not go exactly how you see it. That's what I mean by being determined, dedicated and focused. Remain consistent. Finish how you start. A lot of people tend to start their day in the pursuit of their business, and then towards the end of the day, the energy is kind of dwindled down. Remain consistent each day. Be
That's good.
fearless. Know your strengths and weaknesses. Know your strengths and weaknesses, and which for me falls under limitations. Know what your limits are. Know what you're willing to do. Know what you're not willing to do. When it comes to those strengths and weaknesses, know your strengths so that you can capitalize on your strengths, and know your weaknesses so you can potentially become stronger in areas that you're weak. Because when in business, not a lot of room for weakness. And I'm not talking about physical weakness. I'm talking about
Mm-hmm.
mental fortitude.
Right.
You have to be a good planner. Stick to your plan. Follow through with your plan. Okay? I've never seen a businessman or a person that was successful without having a great plan. Okay? Or some type of plan that leads into a greater plan. Okay? A person that does not waste time or utilizes time wisely. Every minute counts, especially when you're in the pursuit of your dream. So you want to do your best at all times to utilize the time wisely. Okay? To get you to your destination as soon as possible. Okay? Perfecting what it is that you want to do, becoming stronger, and well, that's kind of the same thing, but perfecting what you want to do, and becoming more knowledgeable in that situation, in the pursuit of your dreams. And I'll say, last but not least, know how to speak well. You want to be able to communicate with everyone. Okay, because you can't do business. If you want to do business, everybody's money is due. But even when it's not money and you have a service, and when it's not just about money, because it can't just be, and that's actually should be one of those things, but that potentially can be for part 2 or part 3 rather. But you definitely want to know how to speak well, which is what we're working on. Not necessarily speaking well, but how to deal with others than yourself. There's a lot of times you come up with a business idea, and while you're thinking of potentially providing a service for others, you're kind of thinking about it through your lenses. You need to be able to deal with others, and that requires you to be somewhat of a good speaker, a leveled speaker, a clear speaker. So that's why I said speaking well. Doesn't mean you need to be the most profound or most intelligent, but you need to know how to talk and deal with people, in a calm manner, and pretty much in just a tone that is believable and trusting. So you have to speak well for that. If you can't speak well, people won't trust you.
Indeed.
Super
Part of
fired
your
up on
business
that.
that way. Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm
And
fired
those are
up
just
on
a
that.
few.
Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you something, everybody. If you're getting value already, do me a favor. Can you please just give us the thumbs up at this particular time? Because rather, you know that was fire. That he just, I mean, that was blazed right now. Do me a favor.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
forget to like and share. You know what I'm saying? Your page right now. We got Suki that's coming in, and Robin. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm so super fired up about that. I mean, I'm like, wow. I don't even want to touch any of those. I would just
I
like
Man.
had
I would just like to add on, by just saying, um, the characteristics that we need to have, and it's just simple. I believe on top of everything that my partner just said, we're not touching any of that. It's just learn how to, in a nutshell, become more outcome focused than information receiving.
yes,
Because
yes,
a lot of
yes.
times,
Hmm.
you have to, before you get started on anything, you got to see the end before you begin. You know, if you can see the end of it, like for an example, some people, who like to get married, they're like, I see the house, I see the car, I see the wife, the kids, or for some women are like, as they see the husband, they see the kids, they see the car, but they see at least the end result of a thing to know that I have a reason, what I'm saying, to push forward. Also, the other kind of characteristic that we need to learn is to know what our reasons are, and my partner already touched on this, which is your reasons come before your results, and you have to have your reasons established. You feel what I'm saying? For you to get the best outcome, don't
Hmm.
take information so much that you become someone who's so educated that you still haven't done anything with the education that you do have. I would also like to say that take one thing at a time according to the information that you do collect, and learn how to conquer that, so that you can go on to the next. If I wanted to learn, how to start a real estate, you feel what I'm saying? If I want to know, like my partner said, about the money that you need in concerning that, then I want to know everything about real estate first before I go into stepping into real estate. I want to know everything about the money and the finances before I go stepping into it. Conquer the first thing first, and get that outcome, and then go to the next. And I think that that's also, saying something that's very, very important for us to understand, to be able to obtain that kind of characteristic, that kind of mindset, that kind of thinking.
Hmm.
So definitely do your research for sure, right?
Research, yep, and become,
Do
but
proper
get all
research.
of your resources so that you later on can become resourceful.
All your
Absolutely.
resources so you can be resourceful. There are two things that I left out,
Mm-hmm.
which is being disciplined and
Yeah,
self-motivated.
yeah, yeah,
Your
Mm.
business people are very disciplined, even when they don't want to be.
yep.
And they're self-starters. They don't wait for anyone to come tell them, hey, I got this new idea. I got this thing for you. They get up and they go.
I like that. I
That's good.
oftentimes say, partner, I say, I'm gonna tell you something. Amateurs, they do certain things according to how they feel, but pros do things regardless of how they feel. So you have
That's
to be
good.
self-motivated. You have to know, and let's go back to reasons for a quick second. If your reasons don't get you up early in the morning and have that to be motivation for you, then your reasons are not strong enough.
Are not strong
We
enough.
all need strong reasons. You know what I'm saying? And so let me just regress, because I don't want to keep her in the waiting room too long, and I don't mean by death. Before we get to the second question, let's pull in Radia. Everybody, we just want to introduce our sister to this podcast. Radia, who's we know her as Suki on the line. You know what I'm saying? Someone who's given us great ideas, someone who's an entrepreneur within herself, someone who's an influencer. You know what I'm saying? Someone who, I mean, her brain system, if I can pick her brain for like a good month, I'll be good myself, inspirational and everything. Everybody, welcome to the line, Suki, y'all. Come on, y'all, give it up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Give us the likes and the hearts for all of you who know our sister. What's going on, my sis?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's going on?
What's
So
going
yeah,
on,
we
Suki?
we we've
How are
had
you?
we've been getting it started, and it says I didn't want to have you waiting too long. And so, Robin, if you will, just give our sister our first question before we get to the second, because I want her to be a part of also the second proportion, and before we start to pick her brain about the stuff that she's already into.
Absolutely. So we were just talking about the characteristics that are needed in order to start a business. So what characteristics would a person need in order to get started on, something, branding themselves, doing something on their own on like an entrepreneurial level?
You have to be motivated. You have to want to grasp it and keep on holding on to it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I tell people in the beginning, every time when you start a business, your first year is your trial. You're seeing how it's going to go. By your second year, you're figuring out how the business part deals with the financial part, and this part deals with that part. You're putting all your eggs in one basket. By the third year, if you don't have it all together, your business fails.
Wow.
It's that's just how it works. If you don't have it by your third year, your business fails. And anything that you're doing, you might have to start all over. You might have to pull other people in. But by your third year, if you don't find your niche or what makes your business, what makes your brand popular, it's gonna fail. You have to think of any kind of way. Like you have to print out flyers. You have to learn how to network with people. It's so many things you have to do for your business to thrive. Like when I first started mine, I was just doing my own house. And my friends would come over and they would say, well, who did this? And I'm like, I did it myself. Well, could you do it for me? And then I would see them like during income tax season. Well, can you help me do this or paint this or do this and do that for me? And I did it that way. And then from there, I said, you know what? I'm doing this for so many people and I'm making, a nice amount of money. Let me put myself into it more.
Bars.
And that's what I did.
Bars.
And the
Oh,
first year, I couldn't financially do everything because now the IRS is looking for you. This is going on. That's going on. I'm like, look, I never knew I had to fill out these forms.
Right.
Wow.
I never knew.
So Silky, let me ask you, sis, and first of all, if y'all got value already, do me a favor, just give us the thumbs up, y'all. Give us the thumbs up on that value. And
It's so weird. I get that from my mother. You know, Donald, how my mother was.
Oh yes, do I? Oh yes.
My mother would make things and sell things, or she would just sell things. Like she would buy oils and she was on 125th Street like every day.
Wow.
So I thought that once you make something with your own hands, that it's yours. That you don't have to do this and do that for Uncle Sam. No. Right. Once I put up my webpage, that next year, when I went to go file my taxes, I got a letter from the IRS.
That's a fact. They coming.
Yeah.
You gotta put yourself out there.
Right. You know what I wound up doing? I went back to school for business law and business management.
Look at that. See,
because I said, you know what? No one else is gonna take my pocket like that.
Right. And so Silky, the good thing about that too is that we have been talking about that our reasons will come first before our results. And and Silky, tell our community tonight, you know what I'm saying, how did your success, because we do believe that success is not just you making it to the top, that's a result, right? But your success is your actual journey, and tell us how did you motivate yourself? Because I'm gonna tell you something, today is, we're in 2021 going into 22, and there are a lot of people who feel, well, you know what, I might not have what it takes, or they may have started something and maybe 3 years ago they just didn't finish what it is that they needed to start. How do you get through the traffic? How do you get through the traffic?
Get to that second year of knowing? How do you get through that first year?
Yeah,
how do you figure it out?
I had to block everybody out that was like just giving me negative feedback. Oh, you can't do you got the kids, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're leaving the kids, you're paying for a babysitter. You have to block all of those negative things out, because if not, it'll deter you from what you actually want to do. It was a point where we were in here, me and my daughter, sewing curtains. We had like 6 sewing machines in here. We were in here doing it.
Come on.
My daughter went to school for design.
Right.
So we were in here doing it. I didn't let anybody block. At first, I was getting so frustrated because people was like, oh, you can't do that. You can't do this. You're going to do this, and this is going to happen. But you know what? I put 3 children through college by myself.
Come on.
Hey, come on.
From anybody. We had a Parent Plus loan for my youngest daughter, but everything else came out of my pocket, and we did it through the business.
Come on, sis.
That's how we did it.
That's commendable by itself.
Do me a favor, y'all. If y'all getting value,
if you're getting
value, if everybody getting value right now, please give us the thumbs up because Suki is bodying the place right now, you know. And I want to say, hold on, I want to say to you that we're just so grateful to you, first of all, for even, you know, just coming out of your busy schedule. The last time I was trying to get you on the show for a long time, sissy, you know.
I know, but
I know.
I was
listen,
in school at the time.
No,
then
but that's
too,
what I'm
remember?
saying. That's what I'm saying. No, listen. I want to state the case for you. You know, listen. You've been doing school, you've been doing class, and even though it's been almost about 11 years now, right?
Yes.
You still getting value, resource, so that you can become resourceful to certain people.
Everything is changing. When you look at how people decorate now,
right,
they're decorating so different.
Absolutely.
It's so modern now. It's not like I've come to people's homes and I've seen red sofas. I'm like, red sofas? Like,
wow. What partner, you had something that you want to ask or you want to add on?
Oh no. So
go back to whatever, it's fine.
Just to get clarity. Yeah. No, I got you. So just clarity on what you say. Block out all negativity.
Yes.
And utilize what you have as opposed to what you don't have.
Yes.
I also got believe in yourself when no one else will.
You have to.
You have to believe in yourself.
Even
that is
your
mandatory.
Closest friends. I'll tell you this. Me and Donald had a conversation about this the other day. Even your closest friends that watch you getting ahead of them will try to knock you down so many levels. They will do the most horrific things because you know what? You're surpassing them.
But can I just say something for our guests right there? Because that is very important. You absolutely right about that, Suki. And the most important thing about that is that's when you know you're winning.
Yes.
That's when you know you're doing something right. I need the guests to understand that because most people get stuck right there.
That's right.
In their emotions of it.
Yep.
Wow.
In the emotions, the overwhelmingness of starting something new and not feeling like they have the support that they would like to have. Meaning, you told your close friend, you told somebody to bend down with you when you're broke. But as soon as you say, hey, I'm going a different direction, they now start, and that will mess with you because you really, if you didn't want support from nowhere else, you wanted it from them. So don't forget, don't let nobody knock you off your thing.
Exactly.
Right. Even though I started, stay grounded.
And then I started something else now that we're doing juicing and we're doing the sea moss.
Okay.
I'm going back to my roots to where my mother, started me out at. Right. And I've been doing it. And I told her, I said, come in with me. We could do this together and make some money.
Right.
Nope.
Wow.
Not at all.
Wow.
Well, you know what that says to me? Some people, they don't really have the same vision.
Some people enjoy being broke. They enjoy the government taking care of them. They enjoy that people taking care of them.
Thank y'all. So listen, y'all, we're about to land the plane, and I'm gonna tell you, we were so fired up. If you got value, do me a favor, give us the thumbs up. If you're trying to start your business, Suki is the person to see. We are the people to see. You're gonna have a lot of value right here on It's Life Podcast. I'm also going to have a special guest in this near future, and she is none other than Monique Nicole Francis. That is my wifey, and I'm so happy because she has an endeavor that she is into right now. She's in multiple things. If you want to talk about success, that woman will help you out with success just as well as we're pursuing this great endeavor. Listen, y'all, this is your boy Donald, you know what I'm saying? And of course, we got our Bill that's also, in the house, and I want to pull him right back in. Yo, partner, you there? I can't land the plane without you, bro.
I'm right here for you, baby.
So listen, y'all, we just want to let y'all know again, like I said, want to land the plane to let y'all know that Suki is somebody who's fire. We're going to be doing great things right here on It's Life Podcast as a company. Yo, partner, you my guy. I appreciate you. I'm pumped up. I don't want to leave, but that's what it is, and I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful to you. You know what I'm saying? So listen, y'all, as I land the plane, it's your boy Donald Francis and
your guy R. Bill. Man.
And this is It's Life Podcast, where we're helping people develop self-control
to make better decisions.
Bars, and we're over and out, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Peace. Love y'all. You already know. Y'all already know. It's over. 1.